Hello, and thank you for tuning into the Stuff I Heard podcast. I'm your host, Joshua Peak, and we are back, baby. We were gone, and now we're back.
Yeah,
So
we skipped a week,
we
right?
skipped a week. I know all of our listeners out there are like, "Where does the podcast? We haven't heard from you guys."
Well, we had one of our podcast listeners with us, so
Yeah,
our daughter-in-law. So,
yeah. So viewership is down by one.
uh,
So yeah, but no, we actually went on a vacation with some family, our son and daughter-in-law and grandson. Went down to Disney World in Florida and had us a good old time. Um, we got to not only visit Florida, but also visit family going and coming.
we did.
So that was kind of
Yeah.
nice. Um, we stopped halfway to visit my wife's family and say hello, love you, see you next week. And then we disappeared. And then we came back the following week and said, hey, we're back. And it was all kind of cool and fun and stuff like that. But I want to talk about our trip to Disney World because it was pretty cool, even though we were made to do it in May.
Yes.
I was not happy about the fact that we were going in May.
Well, May the weather is extremely warm.
It's yeah.
And that's
Even the
the
people down there said it's unusually warm for this time of year.
yes. Cast members even said that it's extremely warm. They had said that the week before
It was in the 80s.
it was in the 80s, which we've been down there before in May. I think in 23 when we went with your mom
Yeah.
and
In the 80s
Dan.
is tolerable.
It is. It does get quite warm during the day,
Yeah.
but this was just brutal hot.
95 every
Oh my
day.
gosh. You could,
Ugh.
even in the shade, the sun, I mean, the sweat would roll down your back.
Yeah. So a couple things. If anybody's planning on going during the hottest part of the year, do a few things. Always plan for breaks and drink plenty of fluids. Stay on top of your fluids. You don't want to be behind the gun trying to catch up with your
No,
fluids. You want to prepare ahead of time. So, we did see people walking around drinking like alcoholic beverages, and
I don't know how anybody could drink alcohol in
I
that
can't,
heat.
I can't, I don't even know how they, I don't know how they survived.
Me either.
Um,
Now, I was actually taking the baby to change his diaper one of the times when I walked into the first aid center instead of the baby care center. They're both side by side. So I
mhm.
went in the wrong door to start off with. There was a lot of people in there
With heat
with,
exhaustion.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. There was a lot. They
Were
were
they
like,
getting IVs or
no, I don't think that they have that kind of facility,
maybe
but
drinking those liquid IV
yes,
things?
there was a lot of people sitting around, of course, in the air condition,
Electrolytes.
yeah, drinking electrolytes, and
Yeah.
also, well, I think they were handing out a lot of like frozen washcloths.
Oh, good.
But when they seen me with the baby, holding the baby, they were like, "I think you need the next door. That's the baby care center,"
Mm-hmm.
which was really nice.
Now,
But
see, I
anyway,
always thought the baby care center was specifically for like moms who were
it
nursing.
is. It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
I had never been in one before. They didn't have them whenever my son was little, nor did I take first time he went to Disney. He was 4, so we weren't doing diaper changes. But in the regular bathrooms, all the regular bathrooms have the little baby care center where you can. It has the table that lets down from the
Mm.
wall, and because it is so busy at Disney, a lot of times in the restrooms, people are waiting in line for those. It just so happened that we were up around the area where the baby care center was. I went in there. Very nice. They had rooms that nursing mothers could go in.
Mm-hmm.
They had like a really nice wall that had a sink so that you could clean out bottles, make formula. They had microwaves for you to warm up stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, very nice. And they had a TV that was kind of low to the ground
Mm-hmm.
with cartoons playing and like a little blocked off area where if you could put children, there was several children sitting there watching TV. It was really nice. They had these places where you could change the diapers,
Mm-hmm.
change a baby's diaper, and it was very sanitary. They had put down kind of like the paper they put down on a table when you're at the doctor's office.
Yeah.
They had that,
Okay.
which in the bathrooms, the regular bathrooms, they don't have that. You
No.
kind of have to wipe it down before you lay your baby on it. And
Well, in the men's room, they were,
there were baby care centers in there too, right? Because I
yeah,
know.
but it wasn't something you pull down from the wall. They actually had them built into the wall.
Oh, okay.
In just about all the men's rooms.
Yeah, these were either one of the other. It was where you could pull them
Yeah.
down, or they were built into the walls.
So there was a time in my life where I took care of my 2 kids by myself, and often going in men's rooms to change diapers, there was no place. So I
Yes.
like that trend that they're starting to realize that dads take care of babies too.
Yes, and our son actually took the baby in
Yeah.
the bathroom with, diaper and wipes
Yep.
several times himself into the men's restroom and changed him.
Yep.
But yeah, the baby care center was really, really nice. But
And also, like, the free water is great. If you
Yes.
just go up and say, "Hey, can I get a glass of cold water or a cup of cold water or whatever, a cup of ice?" Lots of places were giving that stuff out, which is super helpful.
I think
'cause
any place that served food
you
was,
have to. I mean, otherwise you got people falling out right and
Yes.
left. I mean, you just couldn't stay on top of it.
they
It was
had
so
a
hot.
lot of would have one designated person. It looked to me like in any place that I walked up to that they were constantly filling the smaller cups full of ice and filling them full of water.
Yeah. I want to talk about the good and bad of things we saw, but I want to do that after we highlight our days.
Right.
So stick around for that.
So we started off Saturday morning. Like I said, we spent the night Friday evening. It's very convenient for us. It is a 7.5, almost 8 hour drive from our house to Disney if you go straight there. But we have the luxury of my parents living about halfway.
Mhm.
So we can stop and spend the night before we check in, and we get to visit with them. And then it's only a 3.5 hour drive the next morning, check-in morning.
Plus, we got to eat at Jerry J's, which is one of my
Right.
favorite.
I mean, I
there
always
in
get to see
Nahana.
family whenever I do that. So
Yep.
that works out very convenient for us.
Mhm. And our niece graduated high school.
She did. That was after when we were coming back.
was
So
cool.
we did. I don't think we got to see her going.
No, we didn't get
down.
to see her going down.
did
but
get
we got
to see her-
when we came back.
Yep. But
Yeah.
we got up Saturday morning, drove to Disney. I think our room number came shortly after we checked in, or as soon
Yeah.
as we pretty much got on property.
I think the way they're doing it now is once you check in at the gate, they're putting it in the computer and then it gives you your room number.
Right.
Because I know they have the app where it says go directly to your room and like use your phone if you wanted to do that,
Or use your Magic
But a lot of
Band.
people use the Magic Band like we do. I did see a lot more people this time using their phone for everything.
I did too.
For like even the kiosks to get into things, and I was like, okay, well, I guess if you've got little ones, it's hard to get them to hold a Magic Band on their arm, so that may be the better the choice for that. Plus, also money wise, buying a Magic Band for a whole bunch of your family could be
Yeah,
expensive.
Because a Magic Band now, I think just a plain Magic Band is like 25, 20. It's like $24.99.
and then the plus ones are
And
like
then the
50
plus
plus.
ones, well, the plus ones start at like $35.
Oh, okay.
And the more themed you get, the more expensive they get.
Yeah, you get
think-
one of those Gucci ones.
I think Dooney and Burke actually makes a Magic Band.
Really?
They do.
Oh,
They're
There's
rechargeable
that.
too.
there's that.
Right.
So
So
yeah,
we actually got checked in,
we got
and
checked in.
we buy groceries when we go. The hotel we stay at, excuse me, has coffee maker. It
A
has
little fridge.
a little fridge. We always go buy groceries.
It's amazing how no matter what we buy, you find a way to make it all fit.
Yeah,
Like you have like a special set of skills, kind of like William.
it's like playing Tetris in a
like
refrigerator.
Liam Neeson in Taken. I have a particular set of skills, and then you just take a whole bunch of groceries and go and they all
Well,
fit.
we don't buy a whole bunch of groceries.
I know, but you somehow make it all fit. Like
We
we're always
do-
buying stuff, and I'm like, this isn't gonna fit.
we
You're like,
eat
"It'll fit."
breakfast in the room every morning. So we do a cup of coffee, and we do either a bowl of cereal or a cup of yogurt.
Oh, in the
or
past we've done bagels or
right, we
different things,
just
something quick.
something quick, something that doesn't require heating anything up. Although this time I did learn how to use a coffee maker to make oatmeal.
Yeah,
Just run the water
run
through.
the water hot and
Yeah.
then put it in a bowl. And
Now, yeah, it
stir.
worked perfectly fine for
Mhm.
our 1-year-old grandson.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And there is a microwave in the cafeteria area. We were staying at the Pop Century, and they have a cafeteria they have a microwave in the cafeteria that you could use.
But you can use that coffee maker to make hot
You
water
can also
too.
use
Right.
coffee maker.
But we checked in, we got
Our
our
coffee
groceries.
maker, not their coffee maker.
Yes, we take our
We
own.
brought our own. It's like a single serving cup kind of thing. We use our Keurig cups in it. It's not a Keurig brand. It's like a Walmart brand, but it was
It's just a cheap $20.
it works.
We've been using that $20 coffee maker for
We've gotten
years.
our $20 out of
Yes.
that thing.
We sure have.
We've probably had it close to 10 years now.
We've had it for a while.
Yeah.
And
I
it
mean,
still works good.
Yeah. But yeah, so we checked in. We were able to get some groceries. We were also able to swing by our kids' rooms and drop off some stuff
We
for
did.
them.
Yeah, we helped them out. They
That way they
didn't.
wouldn't just run into an empty room and be like, "Oh no, and now we gotta get stuff for the baby." I
Yeah.
mean, at
Well,
least they
they
had something
came
to get
in. They had
started.
to come in later because she had a death in the family. They had to attend a funeral. They didn't get to. I want to say they did make it before midnight on Saturday night.
Yeah.
And we got their room stocked, their refrigerator stocked, got the babies pack and play delivered, made
Hmm.
sure it was set up.
And that's a neat service that Disney
Yes, they
provides,
do.
is providing you with a pack and play for your infant. I mean, that's
I think you can get pack and play or like a smaller crib,
oh
one
wow,
or the other.
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is. That's great that they do that.
Yeah. And luckily we were able to like check on it to make sure it was there. So because they were going to arrive late.
Right.
That way they wouldn't have to go through the trouble of trying to find it while they got there and trying to deal with a sleeping baby and all that other stuff.
Right.
But yeah, so we got checked in, and then our first day was Monday in the parks, right?
Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah, we got there on Saturday. Our first day was Sunday. We did Animal Kingdom on
I
Sunday.
didn't write that down.
Oh, we did
I made notes and I didn't write down Sunday.
We did Animal Kingdom on Sunday. We did not do the multi pass for Animal Kingdom. We had the four of us had individually bought the single pass for Flight of Avatar.
Yep. Which was still fun after all these years.
It was.
Still fun. Still glad we got the pass. I still don't like the Navi River ride, and I like it less now that we had to wait for 70 plus minutes with a
Yes.
1-year-old who did not want to wait in the heat.
Although he did not pitch as much of a fit as some of older kids in the line.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a little fussy at times, but considering the fact that we stood in line
Yeah.
for adults
Yeah.
playing with a 1-year-old.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah.
And I know people are thinking, why would you take a 1-year-old to Disney? It's not, you don't do it
pictures.
right. You don't do it for the 1-year-old. You do it for yourself.
Yeah.
You do it so that you can experience that with them.
Makes for really cool pictures.
It does.
Yeah.
And I know he will not remember a thing, but he definitely enjoyed
Yeah.
a
He
lot
enjoyed
of
a lot of it.
He enjoyed a lot of it. He knows who Mickey Mouse is when he sees him.
Not only that, he knows who we are because we got to spend some good
We
quality
did. We
time
got to
with
spend
him.
some really good quality time with him.
Yeah. So I made a comment that, this week I've gotten to spend more time with him than I have in his first year of life just because it was uninterrupted for a whole week of, hey, buddy, what's up? I mean,
Yes.
yeah, just constantly with him was such a good thing to do. But yeah, so we got on the Flight of Avatar. We did our little fast pass thing, and then we went where?
I don't know. I mean,
Mount Everest. We rode the
we got
roller
to
coaster.
do everything we wanted to do. The only thing we
We-
didn't do was the safari, but it was just so hot.
Yes,
And the safari is out in the open, although you're in a covered.
but all the animals have shade areas, and I'm sure they were all hiding under the
They
shade
had
anyway.
to have been because I would have been hiding in the shade if I
Yeah.
was them.
I'm glad we didn't do that part, but we did eat a really good lunch that day. We were able to swing by the Flame Tree Barbecue.
Yeah, we split a macaroni. What was it?
Macaroni
pork,
and
macaroni
pulled
and
pork
cheese.
tater tots.
Yeah, it was good.
And then we watched a bird attack this couple behind us and take their food.
I mean,
and as we noticed, the birds were hunting us and or hunting our food, and we were like, "Uh-oh, we have to like fight off the birds to keep
when
our
I was
food."
waiting, I actually grabbed the table for four and sat down with the stroller because I think when I first sat down, the baby was sleeping. He was taking a nap, and I found a table for four and parked the stroller. And this bird thought that I had food. I'm sure he landed. This was not a bird that you see in your backyard. This was a
On purpose Animal Kingdom bird.
Well, he had almost like a crane type look to him. He
Mm.
was taller.
About knee high.
So he landed right on the table. Thank goodness I had nothing on the table, but I think just like my pocketbook and some wipes. I'm sure he probably thought it was food. But
because it made a crinkle noise.
anyway, we had to keep shooing them off. And then while we were eating our food, a table behind us that was three women, that bird swooped in and took half of one of them's plate.
Yeah.
Because I heard them say, "Oh my gosh, that he got some whatever it was." And that was a good portion of her meal. He had just scooped it right up, but
He's like, I'll take that.
they're used to people being around.
Yeah, I think that's sort of a side effect of people feeding them. Also, they get
Oh,
used to
well,
the
also
people,
people drop food.
and people drop food, and people leave food on the ground. And but I mean, it's a weird side effect of now. We were all sitting there like shooing birds away while we're trying to eat our lunch, and that got really weird really fast.
Yes. But
Um,
we always we've eat that meal, we split it, we've eat it before. It's really good. Um, we did not do a long day. Animal Kingdom that Sunday was a short day for us.
yeah,
And you and I
but it was a
had,
good excuse to go back and get in the pool because we were hot.
yes, we were hot. We did get in the pool, and then we had, you and I had dinner at on the boardwalk at a restaurant called, remind me of the name of it.
I spelled it.
It's an Italian restaurant that we had dinner at.
Trattoria.
Yes. We I had made reservations for us to have dinner at a restaurant, an Italian restaurant that I had heard really good things about. The reviews were great. And
Trattoria. Trattoria.
try, I'm not sure how to pronounce.
Trattoria al Forno. Forno.
It was really good.
It's on the boardwalk outside of
We
Epcot.
can't pronounce it, but it was
I
great
can't
food.
pronounce it, but the food was good. The short ribs are really fantastic. Come with the
Yeah, I would recommend.
polenta. Oh,
We
so good.
had, I think we did, that was the night that we did the,
We wanted to mix it up.
so
We
we
wanted
did,
to try a little bit of this and a little of that. And as we were walking through the restaurant, we both made a comment that wow, those little pizzas look pretty good
yeah.
too. So we ordered a pizza and we
But we
ordered
ordered, yeah, we ordered a small pizza and then we
and
ordered the short ribs
the
and we
short
both
ribs.
ate some of it.
And the short ribs were the winner. Those are good. Those were really good. The pizza was okay, but the short ribs were way better.
Yeah, really good. We had also knew that when we left there, there is a shop right next door to it called
The
Cake
Bake
Bake Shop.
Yeah.
It was, we've never been, it's only been at Disney Boardwalk about maybe a year, a little more than a year.
Yeah.
We did not get the opportunity to see it or go in there in December. So we knew we wanted to do it this time. And we did. And I have mixed reviews about it.
Okay.
The inside of the cake bake shop, the bakery part of it. Now, we did not dine there. You can make reservations and dine there. And I hear people say great things about the food for food to order, like meals, whether it is brunch, lunch, or dinner. Their food is really good. We went in the bakery section of it and ordered a slice of cake, and we also got a lemon bar.
Raspberry champagne cake.
And we paid $26 for a slice of cake.
All right, just pause for that for a second. $26 for a slice
of cake.
One slice.
One slice of cake.
One slice. $26.
It was not worth $26. Was
I
it?
think it was worth $5.
And I would say it was worth a little more than that. I mean,
given him $5, and I would have been like, "Oh, okay, this is okay cake for $5." $26 made me mad because it was not okay for $76.
It was not. It was not $26 worth of good. No,
it was cake, pretty.
It was very. That's all that this place is presentation.
It's just pretty
for the dessert. Yeah. I've not eat a meal here, so I don't know.
I'm sure there's things there that are better, and maybe we didn't get the best cake or whatever. But
maybe that might be the problem.
I mean, I'm looking online here, and they have a maple walnut crumb cake that looks like it's really good. But that's
well, I had narrowed it down. Yeah, the cake. I don't have no idea how much one of their regular cakes would
cost.
The
raspberry champagne cake is listed at $115.
Yes, those are the really big tall cakes. Because this was not a
still only
small
like a 9-inch.
Slice.
They're only 9 inches around. It's 3 layers, but it's 9 inches around. So yes,
they're very tall.
But that's because they have so much stuff in between them that's I don't even know what it is. It tastes like Crisco when it gets cold.
It doesn't have much of a taste to it at all. But yes, if you put it in the refrigerator, I made the mistake of we ate a few bites and tried it, and then I put it in the refrigerator and then tried to take a bite of it like the next day, and that was a mistake. I had to leave it sitting out because it just had I don't know. It was different.
Yeah. And I got a lemon bar, and to me the lemon bar was just lemon pie. And they called it lemon bars.
But it was only $11. It was, to me, for the money.
On here it says $9. They charged us $11.
They did charge us $11.
Them culprits.
But That's a one and done for me.
Yeah, I don't want to go back.
I don't want to go back either.
I feel like I got gypped.
But now I
It's
have
an
heard
experience,
it is.
but I feel like I got stolen
It's
from.
beautiful on the inside.
Oh, it's pretty.
Very pretty,
And
very girly.
Most of the
pink.
staff was very nice.
Yes, they were.
Except for the final one, and she was a turd. So, and I'm sure she had a full day of people being turds to her. So, whatever. Got to the end, like you go, can I have that one? And the people are nice all the way up to the final person, and then it just all fell apart. So
I wouldn't say she was rude. She
it
just
wasn't pleasant.
She wasn't pleasant.
And what's even funner is when you get done paying $26 for a slice of cake, and then they want a tip.
Yes.
And I was like, for what?
I want to say we paid what $37 and change for the lemon bar and the slice of cake.
Yeah.
And all we did was stood in line. They got them out of the case, put them in a bag.
Can I have that, please?
And handed them to us. And then, of course, nowadays that pops up on all the screens, though, is how much, your tip.
Yeah.
And I mean, and they have the audacity to put on there, what is it? It starts at 15.
Yeah, it goes 15, up to 35. Yeah. And I was like, for what?
Yeah.
For what?
You're charging $26 for a slice of cake. You got your tip.
I think you got all the money you're ever going to get from me.
Yeah.
Buddy. So, I don't know.
I'm a one and done. I'm not
going to. I will say that, like, we had some nice food later that we could get there, like the macaroons. Like, we could probably get macaroons from there. And that may be the only place we could get macaroons there.
I'm not sure. We didn't eat macaroons from there.
No. We ate macaroons adjacent.
Okay.
That'd be our guess. Well, that's later. But anyway.
But that's not adjacent
they had
either.
macaroons there. We could probably get macaroons there.
Right.
It could be a splurge thing where we pick out an item and be like, all right.
To me, I would rather have a $6 Gideon's cookie than I had a $26 cake bake shop cake.
Or a Snickers bar from a cold Snickers ice cream bar from Publix.
That's doesn't have anything to do with vacation. I can get that here in Florence.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a Mickey bar. A Mickey bar is what, $6?
$6.95.
There you go. A Mickey bar makes me way happier than this other stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, that was our Sunday. Hooray. We made it. Hooray.
Monday, we went to the Magic Kingdom.
And we didn't eat, listen, I want to say we didn't eat all of that crap in one day. Like, we saved.
What, $37 worth? No, that $37 worth of the 2 sweets lasted all week long.
We ate a little bit off of it each day and made it last. Also because it's just, the lemon bar was too rich to eat it all at one time. I mean, you just eat a little bit here and there.
Yep.
The cake disappeared after a couple of days, but the lemon bar lasted. Anyway, Monday,
Magic Kingdom,
the Mouse House.
It was your typical hot day at the Magic Kingdom.
We got great photos because we bought the photo pass.
Yeah, we always buy the photo pass. We buy it early. We buy it when we book. It's cheaper.
Our grandson was just as photogenic as you could ask for with the rest of our family. And we took some great photos, and I was happy to do that because they look great.
Got to meet Mickey.
I
want to say that's the day that I think we actually left, didn't we? Yes.
We went, first of all, we started off going to Tron, and our son and his wife got to get on Tron on the front row, their very first time on Tron. I'm a little jealous because I haven't gotten front row in Tron.
Yep.
They got it first thing.
But that day we left the Magic Kingdom, you and I did, and went back to the room.
Yeah. I napped.
We actually took a nap.
You talked about napping, but I napped.
Right.
I napped for 2 solid hours.
We chilled for a while. We went back to the park. We left them in the park.
Yeah, they wanted to keep going, and it was like, deuces.
Yep. And we left and went back. I think we got back in the park around 6 o'clock, 6:30. Because you and I rode Tron around 7 something, and then we had fireworks, which we got fantastic location for fireworks.
Yep.
Our son had not seen fireworks since 2000. He had not been since 2012. The projection show is new for him, and we got great spots for that.
Also, I'll say that I liked the fact that we showed up late.
Yeah.
Like in the past, you've always been one of those campers. You want to camp out 3 hours ahead of time and be like, I'm going to move to this spot. This can be the perfect spot. And then everybody gets in front of you and you're like, wow, I was here the whole time and now I can't see.
Yeah, I know.
Why are you doing your hand like that? Is it too on the nose?
No, that's
So
not
this
it.
time we showed up and we were just like sliding in sideways because we just got off a ride and we're like,
But now
oh,
we
is this
were a
time?
good 40 minutes, 45 minutes before the fireworks
But
started.
also perfect spot.
We had a great
It
spot.
was
Yes, it
wonderful.
was really good.
The rain chased off a few people. I will say
It
there
didn't
was a
really
teeny bit.
rain. It sprinkled
There
a
was a
little
teeny
bit.
bit of sprinkle, and people were like, "Oh no!" And I saw like maybe 20 people get up, but then we had a good spot.
Yes. Tinkerbell flew. It was great.
Yep. So Tuesday,
Tuesday, we took the day off. We did
we
not do any
did.
parks.
Now this is something we don't normally do, but our daughter-in-law talked us into it.
We took the day off. In the heat, it was definitely much needed. As a matter of fact, if I could have planned this trip where we could have done that again, like taking another day off, I would have. Mainly because I don't need 2 days in each park because we've been often enough. Tuesday was a great day. We slept in. We went to Disney Springs, just you and I. We had plans to be with them a little bit later in the day. So we did some shopping, a little bit of shopping, and we actually had lunch. Where did we eat lunch that day?
We ate at Deluxe Burger.
Right. We said we wanted a burger and fries.
I guess that's how you pronounce it. It's D.
It's Deluxe Burger.
D-Luxe.
It's Deluxe Burger.
Deluxe Burger.
That's where we ate.
It was good.
Oh, it was fantastic.
The fries were good.
Yep.
Really
good.
I'm glad we stopped there because it was a fine.
They have a messy hamburger, but it's a really good hamburger.
Yeah, I think both of us had it going down our arms.
Yes, we did. Did some shopping. We did World of Disney, and we did World of Disney, and where else? Lego. Oh gosh, Lego. Yeah, we dropped way too much money in the Lego shop.
Listen, I'll be honest. When we started walking up there, I was thinking to myself, I got plenty of Legos. It's fine. I don't need to get more. And you're like, I know you want to get Chopper, and I was like, I actually do want to get Chopper. That's a good call. I want Chopper. And then you were like,
is that the vacuum cleaner still running?
Did the vacuum just? Oh, it probably charged.
Yeah, he might have been tired.
Roomba's going off on a thing. But anyway, I had Chopper in my hand. And I was like, okay, cool, Chopper. And you're like, and I was like, what? And you're like, what? R2D2. Yep. So then I got R2D2 over there. And then she's like, and I was like, and I didn't expect you to say and.
I don't think I said and then because I didn't see. I don't know what you have and what you don't have.
You said and I was like, okay. So I grabbed another thing, and then you were like, and I was like, oh, this is happening. So yeah, we got out of there with a few Legos. You'll see videos of that. A few. A couple is 2. A few is 3 or more.
Do you remember the dollar amount you spend in there?
It's insignificant.
Yeah. Okay, for you it is.
Yeah. It'll be behind us. He'll be part of the whole thing.
We're gonna have to come up with some more space.
We are Groot. Remember the line? We are stuff I heard.
And then Tuesday, let's see, after Legos, we had to haul the Legos to the car and went back to the resort. That we didn't do anything the rest of the day. We enjoyed the pool.
We had some time with our grandson.
We did. It was our son and daughter-in-law had made plans to have dinner, a really nice dinner by themselves. Mm-hmm. We kept the grandbaby with us. We had a blast. Mm-hmm. We went to the splash pad, and I'm sure when we walked up with that baby at the splash pad, people
were like, "Oh, look, them old people have a baby."
Yes. But we had a great time, and that evening is
They're probably like, "What? How did he talk her into that? He looks like he's ancient, and she's so young looking."
Then, so we babysat that evening, and only because we wanted to. We volunteered for that actually, and we had a great time. Mm-hmm. And then on Wednesday, we went to Hollywood Studios.
Oh,
Hollywood Studios.
Yes, we did.
And we enjoyed Galaxy's Edge.
Well, also, our son hadn't seen that.
He had not since
seen
Galaxy.
A lot of the new stuff. Yeah. He hadn't seen Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, any of the trackless stuff.
He had not seen.
He'd not seen
Toy
Story
Land
area
or the Star Wars.
Yeah. So it was a lot of him going, "Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Holy cow." And we had a great time. Every ride we wanted to ride was working.
Yes, we had a good time. We had a really good day.
They had Rise of the Resistance booked, and it broke early, but then it got fixed later on after we got to meet Mandalorian.
Yes.
Mando was walking around with baby Grogu, and we were able to like take pictures, and it was cool.
Yep. That worked out really well.
Yeah.
And let's see, we did not do anything spectacular for lunch that day. You and I take sandwiches in. It's something that we've always done.
Yeah.
We usually split a sandwich. We do splurge when we're on vacation and we're eating sandwiches at Disney, and we buy like deli meat that we don't normally spend that kind of money on whenever
Mhm.
we're at home. And you and I both we
The
make
good deli meat, not the kind that squeaks.
well, we make a sandwich and take it in, and we usually split one because we'll pile a good bit of deli meat on it. But that works out really well for us. It works for us. May not work for everybody. We had reservations to eat at Woody's Roundup Barbecue,
Woody's Roundup.
and that was the first time we'd eat there.
And actually, I liked it.
Yes, I did too.
For the money, for the experience, the service, all of it was great.
Yes,
I thought everything we ate was great. I thought the lady who was our server was
it
super
was
excellent.
all really great. Yep.
The place is beautiful. The way you're greeted as a toy.
Yeah, I think you're in Andy's bedroom is the way that is the story is on that.
Yeah, and the whole place is done up in toys. Like
Right.
we were sitting underneath Bo Peep and her sheep with some monkeys holding their hands in a chain across the thing, and there was
Barrel of
coloring books
monkeys.
all around us. The
Yes.
barrel of monkeys, yeah, and I loved it.
And we
I
had
thought it
done
was wonderful.
right. We had done enough research to know that it was family style dining,
Mhm.
and we actually did this meal with our son and daughter-in-law and the baby.
And we were all starving when food came, so
Yes.
we were ready to chow down.
It's family style dining, so they bring you it, and it's a prefixed menu. And for appetizers, I want to say she brought watermelon, cucumbers, and
Tomatoes.
and onions. That was kind of like a
It was like a vinaigrette.
right.
Yeah.
And then there was something else. I don't remember what the other thing was for.
The cheese biscuits
Yes. She brought those to the
with
table.
a sriracha jam dipping sauce. Really good.
Yep.
Sweet, yet a little bit spicy.
And
really good.
When she first brought us the food, she said that she brought it like it was family style. So one dish and everybody served out of that dish. But she said, it's if you want any extra, just ask, I'll bring it. And
we had ribs, brisket, chicken, and she even brought us salmon, smoked salmon,
sausage.
and sausage.
Right.
Yeah.
Then for the sides,
and then we finished it all, and she was like, "Would you like some more?" We were like, "Can we please have some more ribs?" And she was like, "Yes, you can."
I think we got more.
And salmon. Yes, you can.
For the sides, it came with baked beans, cold slaw, tater tots, and street corn, like the little cobs of street corn. Macaroni and cheese.
Yep.
I mean, there was so much food, and I want to say that this one was the prefix menu of $49.99 a person.
Yeah.
And you cannot beat that for theme park.
It's a good value. Yeah, absolutely.
Because and then for desserts, they have the little mini mason jars that had, I want to say there was strawberry shortcake, banana pudding,
lemon blueberry,
and then there was I can't remember what the other one, like a chocolate silk
mousse,
like a chocolate silk pie.
Yeah,
those were she brought these little mini mason jars and for us to try for dessert, and it was a lot of food for the price.
Yeah,
I would eat there again.
Yeah, me too. And we had talked about how we weren't really looking forward to this one. And we're like, I don't know, this is
I just
kind of gimmicky or whatever. But
it was super cool.
Great. It's great.
You're sitting in the restaurant and you will hear a voice like one of the army men from the movie will say,
"Hey, everybody, Andy's coming." Yeah.
Andy
He's
would
on lookout.
Right. Andy
you
would
gotta freeze because you're a toy.
Okay. That was it. That was it.
That was it.
That was it.
Oh,
that was
sorry.
the line.
I got super excited.
I'm not kidding you. But the whole restaurant gets extremely quiet.
Yeah.
And you can hear a pin drop.
And we also heard Ham talking a few times.
Well, you can hear the toys talking when Andy's not in the room.
Well, they say other stuff, like they talk about other toys or something. I mean, there's always like some dialogue going on like every 5 to 10 minutes.
It was a noisy restaurant. I will have to say that.
Yeah.
A lot of kids in there, but it was
with a 1-year-old. Man, I tell you what, she took care of him.
Yes, we had a great server.
Yeah.
The service was great.
She was awesome. But that's all we
And
did
well,
there that day,
that
isn't it?
dinner
Oh
was,
no, my wife also booked me for a special experience.
yeah, that was before dinner. You did
Yeah,
the build a lightsaber.
my wife booked me to build my own lightsaber, and I put a video up on YouTube. Got to check it out. It's pretty awesome.
Yep.
I titled it "I Am No Jedi."
I
So check it
guess
out.
I did not go to that.
It was cool. I see when that thing came out about that experience, I thought, oh, this looks stupid. Those parts look cheap and plasticky, and I bet this is just a dumb. All right, now put these together. Now you have a lightsaber, and I was like, this is gonna be dumb. It was actually pretty cool. I liked it. I had a
Good.
good time. Plus, I did it with Jared, so we had fun like doing it together and checking out all the stuff and geeking out about it.
So I guess you'll add another lightsaber to the board up
Yes.
there.
Up there somehow.
Yeah, gotta
We'll figure
add.
it all out.
So, and
I'll have
that
to
our
build another
dinner was at
table.
5 o'clock that evening, and you and I decided after that we were done.
We were done.
So we took the baby. I was like, hey, if you want to keep the baby with you, that's perfectly fine. If you want him to go back to the room with us, we don't mind. We'll take him with us.
And I was already in the Star Wars mood to like the Mandalorian, where that guy keeps going, "Give us the baby." I kept picturing that in my head.
Okay.
You didn't do that?
Oh man, sometimes this train goes so far off the track.
What? Come on, choo choo.
Anyway, that evening we went back to the room when we took the baby with us and got him bathed up, and he just had a ball just enjoying the air condition.
Mm-hmm.
You and I both just enjoyed the AC.
Playing with empty trash.
Yes. He played with a couple of empty bottles, some flip-flops, and a gallon jug of water.
Empty gallon of jug of water. He just kept kicking around. He thought it was fun.
We had a really good evening. We enjoyed the downtime with him, and the kids got to stay in the park and enjoy that. They came by the room. I want to say the baby was already asleep when they finally come.
Oh
and got
yeah,
him.
you got like the magic touch. You were just like, I'll put it into this. Let's just go.
But it gave them
sleep.
the opportunity to do some things
within like a minute. Every time you were like, I think he'll go to sleep soon. You'd hold him and he'd go to sleep within a minute.
Yeah,
I was like, wow,
that's what GGs
that's
do.
Magic, GG.
Yeah,
yeah.
So that was our Wednesday. Thursday, we spent the day in Epcot.
Epcotians.
We were
Epcoters. Epcotarians.
Yeah,
as he says.
It was extremely warm.
Yes. We did have a breeze though in the afternoon, which was nice.
Yes, that was a good day.
Yeah.
We actually didn't have we had no plans for dining. I think they ate in one of the countries. France. No, they ate at a Japanese. I think they had reservations to eat at Japanese. We actually decided we've never done the crepes in France. They added that whole new section when they built
La Crêperie de Paris.
So we ate there. We
right
ordered
outside of Ratatouille.
Yes, we ate.
We've always seen a line, and it was like, I don't want to wait in that line because it looks ridiculous for the line.
Yes.
And then, as luck would have it, right about the time we came out of Ratatouille, there was no line, and I was like, hey. And you were like, let's get him one.
So we ordered a savory crepe. It was like a ham and cheese something.
Which when you order a savory one, that means it's going to take 30 minutes for them to make it.
Yes, it took a while for that.
All the sweet ones were coming up immediately, but the savory ones, they were like, and we're going to have to take a while.
And I will have to say, while it was good, I'm a one and done on that.
I am too.
I've done it. I wanted to try it. I've tried impressed. It. No, I will not. I'm not.
I was more impressed with the crepes that we had at Universal.
Yes.
At that crepe stand.
Yes.
And we waited for like an hour plus for that, but that was really good.
Yes, most definitely. The crepes at Epcot in France, what we got, maybe it was what we ordered. I don't know.
Maybe they were short staffed.
But I'm one and done on that. We also walked back up to another little area of France, and I had seen many times. It's been on my list as one of the things I wanted to do.
Disney food blog.
Right. Disney food blog, several different things that I listened to talked about this one snack dessert in France in Epcot. We've always, for some reason, let the line scare us off. We've never ordered it.
I know, but we've been in there and ordered ice cream before.
We have.
But we never ordered the thing that you wanted to order for whatever reason.
But we did this time. What was it called?
So the place is called the Artisan des Glaces. I'm butchering that, I'm sure. But the little
I thought you took French in high school.
I did, but I mean I passed because the teacher thought I was hot. Anyway, and I was. I mean,
okay. Anyway, moving on.
So the snack or the treat we got is a it's a brioche. Brioche is
Bun. It's
just
a
a
homemade
bun,
brioche bun.
but then they put ice cream in it, and then they put it in like a panini press thing that like hollows out a big circle for the ice cream to be. They press it, and then it like seals it inside. And then when you get it, the bun is hot, but the ice cream on the inside is
Oh
cold,
yeah, it was amazing.
and it was so good.
Now I'm glad we split it. We split that and we got the bun is just a regular homemade, it's a fresh brioche bun. We chose a scoop of chocolate ice cream and I think they make their ice cream right there.
Yep.
And we chose caramel topping. Oh my gosh, that thing was to die for.
To me, like you said, it's kind of the secret hidden thing that
Oh,
nobody talks about or knows
no,
about,
but
and
you
then
wouldn't think
all of
that
a
those
sudden,
that you would not think that putting ice cream in a panini press with a piece of
brioche.
brioche bun would be good,
I
but
know.
man,
I work in the food industry. Brioches are what we deliver to restaurants when they want to make a like an artisanal hamburger. They go, "Oh, a nice brioche bun," and then here it is as a dessert. I'm like, "Wait, that doesn't jive. Why
right.
is it?" But it is
I
fantastic.
want to say we paid out $10.95 for it, and it was worth
Yeah,
every penny.
yeah.
And we split that. It's one of those desserts that it to me it would be a little difficult for one person to eat the whole thing by themselves. It's
I'm
very.
glad we split it
I'm glad we did
because
too.
it would have melted before we could have eaten it
Yes,
otherwise.
it in the heat.
But also, yeah, in that heat, because 90, 95. But like, it is one of those things where I'd rather eat there than the cake bake shop.
Yes, most definitely.
I would rather go there 100
Oh
times
yeah,
more than the
we. I
cake
would
bake
do
shop.
that. I would have that dessert. I would
Yep.
have that snack
I
again.
want to try
Most.
different
Yeah.
flavors.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we just took our time and walked around the rest of the countries. And I think before we
We
actually,
actually made 2 laps around the lake. I don't know if you realize that. We did 2 laps.
no, I don't think we did two
We did two
laps.
laps.
But anyway, we
That's where we
before we
logged our
before,
21,000 steps.
before we left there, we got a Dole Whip.
Yes.
I,
Yes.
I want to say we actually had two Dole Whips all week, but now we split them each time. We
Yes.
didn't get a whole one per person.
So I was trying to do a better job of like cutting down on my sugar, and I think I did a better job,
Well, in the heat,
but
it was just it was too much to consume.
I mean, I did have diet sodas a good bit. I did have a couple of full tests, but
There was, to me, the heat just
I think
sucked so
to me,
much of the energy out of you.
I felt like I did a better job because I split it with you. I'm like, I'm having half the sugar.
Well, to me, you can try more when you split, when you
Yes.
share.
Yes. And you don't want to be miserable,
Right.
especially in the hot heat. That'd have been awful.
I do believe that's where I was going with that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I-
okay. So
it doesn't look like that's where you're going with it.
Epcot, we were done with Epcot.
Yeah.
We did not stay for the fireworks. I was not getting in that mess of people.
Yep. I was like, cool. It's getting to be 7 o'clock. Time to leave.
Yes. Got out of there.
Yeah. I
And
don't want to be in that line trying to get back on the Skyliner.
Friday was our last day. We went back to the Magic Kingdom
Mhm.
with no plan.
Zero. We didn't even book a ride. We were just like, let's just
Did
show
we?
up.
We did ride some stuff. That yes, we rode Space Mountain. I think that was my last time.
Yeah, you say that every time.
That ride.
It's tradition.
Number one, we waited in line for
For
70 minutes. Well, no, it
70.
was it 70 or
70.
We waited in line the full wait time on that one, 70
Yeah.
minutes.
It said 50 out front. It ended up being 70.
But oh my gosh, that ride is just so rough.
Yeah, the track's rough.
If you need your back cracked, that's the ride. Because and it will just beat you up against the side of the cart so much. But we did it.
Yeah.
I don't think we did a whole lot of riding that day.
No.
At all.
We did a lot of walking.
We did a lot of walking.
You ready to talk about the good and bad?
No, because we had dinner at Be Our Guest.
Oh, that's right. We ate at Be Our
Very
Guest.
first time at Be Our Guest.
Yes.
And
I really liked the service.
The service was amazing.
I think the rooms were beautiful.
But the food was good.
The food was good.
The food was not bad at all. Everything that I had as far as food was good. Now, their prefix menu includes the same thing as Woody's Barbecue. It includes a appetizer, an entree, and a dessert, which the dessert's pretty much the same thing.
Not the same as Woody's Barbecue. This is not family style.
It wasn't family style, but I mean, it included.
They don't bring out more if you finish it
No,
either.
true. I'm sorry. I just meant that it was 3 courses,
It is 3 courses.
but it was a lot higher price.
Yes.
It was $75 a person.
Well, they have a lot of light bulbs to replace.
To me, for the money and the value,
Woody's Roundup wins.
oh, hands down.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Why are they charging so much more for Be Our Guest?
Did you see an empty table?
Oh, I know. They're
Because
hard
they
reservations to get.
Because they can.
But what is it? What is it about that place that everybody is so
It's not just the place; it's the decor. It's the story of Beauty and the Beast.
I wasn't at all impressed
People like to
with.
take pictures in front of the rose-petaled. What do you call it? The tile work.
Yeah, but we didn't.
We took pictures in front of it.
I know that's in the entry hall.
Yeah.
But there's 3 dining rooms there. We got placed in the biggest dining room, which was like the grand ballroom. And then there's a smaller room that it's really dark. It has the rose under the glass. And I think the petals fall off of slowly as you're dining.
Yeah.
And then there's another room I'm not even sure what that room's called. It's the one with the Belle and the Beast in the center of the room. They like on a carousel. It's not real ones. It's just like a statue that turns.
Oh, it's not the real one?
The Beast does walk through the restaurant, but that's all he does. He walks through. He doesn't stop and he doesn't stop and come to your table and take pictures. He walks through. If anybody gets a picture with him, it's because they get up and go to the center of the room.
But also, how heavy do you think that suit is?
I would not want any.
That's a big head.
I would not want any.
It'd be hard to walk
job
around
in a suit in that heat.
They probably tried that one time, and then the person in it fell over, and then they couldn't get him up, and it was just a catastrophe. And they're like, "We got to figure out something different."
Beauty and the Beast, Be Our Guest. I'm sorry, Be Our Guest. I'm one and done on that one.
Yeah,
I'm glad I done it because I have for years said I want to go eat there,
but
I will have to say my travel agent has told me for years
that
it's overrated. The service was fantastic.
Fantastic service.
Yeah,
he went above and beyond to help us in every way.
Yes.
And I was really impressed with him. Now, his food runner may have gotten our steaks backwards, which may have ruined part of your experience.
Yeah.
Because as we were eating halfway through, you were like, I think this is yours.
Yeah. That although it wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
We were able to switch filet mignons and the
one I was eating was good.
But yeah, I will not do that again. I wish now I don't know. I guess even if I'd listened to my travel agent, it's still one of those things that I wanted to see.
Yeah.
Because I want to know what is the fascination. And now that I've seen it, I'm still like, what do people see in this place?
Yeah.
So one and done there. We did not stay for fireworks that evening.
I don't think it's for lack of trying. Like everybody tried. You know what I mean?
You mean as far as like service and all
service,
that? Oh yeah.
The way the room was set up, the way they served you, the way the whole experience was with the Beast. I mean, everybody's trying. It's just
they should. You're paying.
We're used to
$75 a person.
We're spoiled because we're used to better. Because I mean, you get that kind of service here, and I don't charge you $75.
Right.
And you get to stay in your PJs while you eat a steak.
Yeah. Okay, so that was the end of our trip.
Yep.
So now we want to
talk about the good and bad.
A lot of things have changed with Disney.
Okay, so I want to start with the good. Okay. First of all, for the good, everything was very clean.
Yes.
All of the plants and stuff like that were well taken care of and beautiful. Things that needed to be painted were painted.
Mm-hmm.
Or in process of being painted.
Cast members are nice,
even in the heat. Members, I mean, under ridiculous circumstances, the cast at Disney and all of the different resorts were very nice.
Yes, we have been fortunate I don't think we've ever come across a rude cast member.
I was impressed with the lady at our cafeteria in our own hotel. Whenever we went up to get our cups, she was dealing with a lot of issues, and she kept her cool perfectly.
She did.
And didn't let any of it phase her. Like she was like, yeah, that's fine. I do this all the time.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was really impressed. Okay. Rise of the Resistance. They fixed Kylo Ren. I did not expect them to fix Kylo Ren. I figured it would be like the Yeti on the whatever you call it.
At Mount Everest. But you know why they can't fix the Yeti.
They can't. They're lazy.
No, they cannot get him out.
They're lazy.
He was built
They're
inside
scared to
there.
climb up there and fix them.
It doesn't have anything to do with that. That's Disco Yeti now. They have a disco ball in there, and that they have a strobe light on him. So now they call him Disco Yeti. No, they cannot get him out of there. The mountain was built around the animatronic.
Yeah.
The animatronic broke after numerous years.
The Yeti's fine though, because you only see him for a brief moment. So it doesn't need to do
That's
anything.
exactly why the
Kylo Ren one is like you're in that room for a minute or two, like not a minute or two, it's like 30 seconds. Enough that you should see him doing something.
Enough that you know that it's broke.
When it was broke, they had like changed the movie as you're going through the ride to where he's outside shooting at you from a ship, and it's like, okay, I guess this is the fix of the thing that's broken now forever.
But I will have to say, broken. If somebody has never rode either one of those rides before, they would not know that it was broken.
Right. And the fact that it was fixed, I came off and I told you, and you're like, I know, right? Like you and I both noticed it because
we did single rider, and you were, I think you were just a couple of minutes ahead of me.
Yeah.
On that ride.
If you were in the car with me, I would have elbowed you and been like, yeah, they fixed him. Like I was super excited. There's a couple of things in there that they still haven't fixed, but I'm surprised they fixed that. To me, that's surprising. What else was good? What did you notice? Oh, at Small World. The last time we were there, Small World, there was lots of the animatronics that were broken that now work.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of them that we pointed out the last time we were there of, hey, this isn't working. Why isn't that working? This whole section is not working. And then they did a refurb, and like everything's got brighter paint now, and some of the little things have new clothes, but all the animatronics work now.
Right.
One of the Hawaiian girls does have a lazy eye, but the rest of it's fine. Like it's all good.
Think about how much that stuff has to run.
Oh, I know. I was thinking about, how do you even build this to run all the time?
Not to mention the fact that Small World has been there since opening day.
Is it like a piston thing?
October of
by
71.
I don't even know how it works. But anyway, I was impressed with a lot of those things being fixed. What else? Did you notice anything that stood out to you as, wow, this is great?
Well, everything was normal as far as that goes.
Okay.
Our service, like I say, we've come in contact with really good cast members. If you want to talk about some of the things that I saw that were negative,
okay,
what would be your thoughts on that?
All right. So first thing I noticed right off the bat is our ice maker in our hotel did not work
on our floor.
On our floor. Now I know that's a bougie problem of, you got 3 other floors, go to one of the other ones and get your ice. Okay, fine. But also, like, I called up there on the Saturday that we checked in and said, hey, I just want to let you guys know the ice maker's broken up here. Maybe, somebody could put a sign on it or something, or maybe get it fixed. And we're there for a whole week. Not once was a sign put up saying that it's out of order. And I checked it every day thinking maybe they fixed it today. Nope, didn't fix it.
And here's my thoughts on that. They had one whole building, and now when we stay at Pop Century, they have multiple buildings,
mm-hmm.
and each building has
4
floors.
Makers.
So you have an ice maker per floor.
Mm-hmm.
And
so that's 12 for the 50s because there's 3 sections, right? 3 buildings,
right?
So that's 12 for the 50s.
There's 12 for each one.
Yeah,
because there's 50s through the 90s, right?
Yeah. And they're doing renovations.
And they're doing renovation on one whole building.
Yep.
Why? Actually, there was 2 buildings. So that's at least 8 ice makers, ice machines that nobody was using. Why would you not swap out an ice maker, especially in the 95 plus degree heat?
Or just a convenience of putting up a sign saying out of order.
Right. Because
that way I knew not to check it every day.
You and I both take turns, more or less, getting ice. You probably do get ice more than I do.
Well, it's also 90 plus degrees.
Right.
You would think this is something you're looking out for your guests.
We are people who like ice in the ice bucket, and we probably get ice at least twice a day. We would get it in the mornings or the afternoons, and then again in the evenings.
I will say that this is because of you. Like, I never got ice until I met you.
Well,
I just had hot drinks all the time.
Our son and daughter-in-law was in they were in the same area building that
Yeah.
we were in, but they were on a different floor. They never got ice the whole week we were there. They
And they had
never.
the easiest part. It was right there.
It was right there on the first floor.
Yeah.
But now
Yeah.
I checked that. Did you check the ice maker on our floor
Every day.
every time?
Every time.
And I'm like you, if they would have just put a sign on it, because every time I would go around the corner, I would think,
Maybe
okay,
today.
could today be the day that it's been fixed or been swapped out with a working ice machine?
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
So we either had to take the elevator or the stairs up or down a level to get ice every day, twice a day.
Yeah.
So yeah, that did aggravate me.
That was the first thing I noticed.
That aggravated me with the fact that things break, but you could at least put a sign on them.
Now, the second thing that I noticed is men's restrooms. I have never in my past seen an out of order sign over a urinal or a hand soap dispenser or one of those air dryers. And from the first day through the entire week, I saw them in almost every restroom.
Yes.
I mean, tons of them. I was like, wow, this is unusual.
Yes.
What did they fire their
especially
plumbers?
In the older parts of the parks?
Even in the newer part with the Star Wars stuff. I mean, I was like, why is 3 of these down? Like this, I don't know. I was like, okay, did y'all just lay off plumbers and now you don't have enough plumbers to fix stuff, or did everything just break coincidentally at the same time?
Yeah, that I did notice multiple soap dispensers that were just either didn't have soap in them or they were like broken down. You know, they would have like the face off of them and nothing in them.
Yeah.
The other thing is some of the what is the hands-free? No, the hands-free water.
Oh yeah.
Where you just wave
are just wore out.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to stand there and do the hand job in front of them to get the water to come out.
There's a lot of them in the men's room where you hear guys go, "This one doesn't work. Go to that one." I'm like,
yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I changed sinks multiple times with my hands with soap on them because I couldn't get the water sensor to come on enough to get water.
In the stalls, like you go in with a bag on your back and you want to like hang your bag up, and
the hooks were gone.
And yes. I'm like, why?
Now I realize, don't get me wrong, I realize that people
tear them off because they're inconsiderate.
Or they've just got their bags so loaded down.
Yeah.
But why not? I don't understand why you can't replace those.
Well, okay. So I also thought about this. Think about how many people come in and out of there every day.
Oh, I know.
And use those facilities.
Thousands.
How do you even? I mean, the fact that they were able to keep up to now is impressive. I mean, yes, I did notice these things were broken, and it bothered me that it was broken. But also, the fact that they were able to keep up to now is pretty impressive without us noticing that stuff. Like, this is 2025. This is the first time I've noticed that stuff.
Well, I've noticed the bathrooms for a couple of years now, and I've also heard on podcasts that they have cut their staff.
Yeah,
they did not bring back as many people after COVID, and their profits are not what they used to be. I don't think that their parks are losing money, but I don't think that they're making the kind of money they were at one point.
Yeah. If anybody from Disney's listening, you could use a little money spent towards your services. I mean, facilities. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's
What else did you notice?
That's the only two.
Okay, so my turn.
What did you notice?
I noticed things. Okay. I notice when things aren't working the way they should be working.
Okay. What did you notice? What else did you notice?
The Navi River ride. There's lots of the things that are supposed to come from the ceiling that either twirl or move up and down that just don't anymore. Kind of like those balloons inside of the land area.
Yeah.
Okay. Similarly, in the Navi River ride, there's like these little alien lizard things that are supposed to spin, go up and down. Don't anymore. They're just up there. Same thing with the little jellyfish looking things. They're supposed to bob up and down. There was probably 20 or 30 that didn't move, that usually move. Because I noticed that kind of stuff. I noticed when things are working. When
maybe it weren't a bobbing and weaving day.
Maybe it was a day off. Maybe they want to strike.
Yeah. But yes, I mean, it's
yeah. I mean,
it's becoming apparent that they are cutting maintenance and staff.
Again, maybe all the money was spent on fixing Kylo Ren. I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, if that's the trade-off, then
If
okay,
that's
I'll
well,
take
the
it.
AT-ATs still don't move. No, not the AT-ATs. The
The
gun,
guns,
the guns, the gun.
they don't move back and forth like they used to.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess that's never going to be fixed.
Yeah. It doesn't. I mean, it was cool that we got to see it when it worked.
But now there were some down, down. I want to say Space Mountain was down because
Yeah.
remember our kids rode the People Mover,
And all the
and
lights were
actually
on.
all the lights were on.
Yeah.
Now I personally would love to catch it like that one time just so I could see what it looks like in there. It has to be like a big steel mousetrap game.
It's probably a big letdown
I'm sure.
because you're used to riding at night when you don't know what's happening.
But now let's see. Did we ride anything new? Yes, we rode Tiana's. What
Yes,
did
we
you
did.
think of Tiana's?
I liked it.
I did too.
I thought it was fun.
Even though we got just soaked to the bone. Oh gosh, that ride will soak you.
I liked it and I thought it was wonderful. And it's an improvement over what they had
Yes,
before.
most
Even
definitely.
though I grew up with Uncle Remus and the whole Briar Rabbit story. I mean,
Brer Rabbit.
whatever. I grew up with that story and I thought it was just fine before. I like this one.
Oh
It's
yeah,
great.
they did a great job redoing that ride.
Everything's pretty. Everything's fun.
The
Yeah.
water is perfect for the kind of weather
Yeah.
they have down there most of the time, which it's
Probably would have been
extremely-
better in the middle of the day instead of at the first thing in the morning.
because you do get soaked.
You do get wet.
I mean, my eyelashes even had water on them. But yes, they did a fantastic job redoing that ride.
Yeah.
Really, really, really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good trip. It was a good trip. It was a trip that made me realize that I don't want to do any more summer trips to
Yeah, I don't either.
Disney
Family, if you're listening to this podcast, please do not invite us to go during the summer.
and would like for us to go. during the
Otherwise, we
summer.
will rudely tell you no.
I think I'm going to stick
No.
with
Winter.
mid October to latter February
There you go.
for our trips. From
Now I'm back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. This body was meant for winter.
But as far as getting to spend time with our family, with our kids
Oh, yeah.
and grandson,
Yeah, that was great.
that was fantastic. We ended the trip if it was Disney is, my thing anyway, and I love going. We ended the trip back at my parents' Saturday. Today's Monday, right? Today's actually Memorial Day.
It is.
We ended the trip back at my parents' house on Saturday morning, and we got to have lunch with all of us. I want to say there was close to 30 of us,
Mhm.
and it's the first time that some of the cousins had seen each other in probably dang near 20 years.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. We should not go that long without getting together, and I'm hoping that what we did Saturday will become at least a yearly thing for us. It was a very busy day for me because I try hard to take care of a lot of stuff to keep my mom from stressing out about it. But it was a great day. I mean, it was really a joy to see everybody together.
Yeah.
And to get my pa to say the blessing before we eat our lunch, and for him to having a hard time.
It was a lot of dust in the room.
Yeah, I think
I had
everybody. I
allergies
want to
as
say
well.
everybody in the room had to wipe their eyes after that, and it wasn't because he it wasn't because he give like a tearful prayer. It was just the fact that you could tell that he was extremely touched by the fact that everybody had shown up.
Well, there's that song, Amazing Grace.
Yeah.
That still it's a good song. Can't get through it. Can't sing it.
Yeah, it was a really good day. That was perfect. It was a little the noise level inside got a little loud at one point.
Well, that's because Cindy was talking.
That was because me and Cindy both were talking, and we had a 1-year-old running around. And of course, next year we'll have another one.
No, everybody was talking. Everybody had a good time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. That was a great way to end the trip.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a good week. Good week off. That was a good we took 6 days of vacation, six vacation days from work.
I took 7.
You took 7?
I took 7.
Oh, that's right. You're technically not off today. You're on vacation.
I'm on vacation.
I'm off today. We're closed.
Yep. I go back tomorrow. Back
Yes.
to the grindstone.
Back to the grindstone.
Mhm.
Back to reality.
Yep. So we did 2 hours.
2 hours?
No, I'm just kidding. It's 1 hour.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say nobody's gonna listen that long to us. Yeah,
It's 1 hour and 4 minutes. I don't know.
it's
As
it
long
was
as you're talking, they'll listen.
no,
You're the fan favorite.
no, we've got, I don't know what we've got coming up next. Surely we've got something coming up.
We'll find out together.
We will
Yeah.
find out together.
Yep. All right. Got anything to promote?
No, I don't have anything to promote.
If you're in Nahana, Georgia, go check out Jerry J's
Family.
and
Spend time with your family.
Honey Buns.
Yes, we did. We used a catering company.
They catered our wonderful lunch that we had.
They
and they were
did.
great.
It was fantastic. The lady,
Yep.
she and I worked through text message and phone conversations. I had never met her until Saturday morning when I showed up to pick up the food, and they were over the top, extremely pleasant to work with. The food was amazing. We had
Mhm.
just a good old country meal, which I had planned what food we were going to eat, but man, there was not a lot of leftovers.
Yeah.
The food was amazing. I will do that again. That is the way to go when you get a crowd of people together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So shout out to Honey Buns in Nahana, Georgia. Check them out if you're in the area. They're wonderful.
Yes.
So, all right, that's it. I'm gonna wrap this up. Thanks for everybody who listens and appreciate it. Please remember to share this with your friends and your family, and go hug your family once in a while because they need it. Yeah, we all do. So yeah, don't forget to cue the cow.
Cue the cow. Moo, baby.